Hello, people. Welcome to New York City in the fog, people. I'd like to welcome all replay viewers. Replay viewers, welcome. And please remember that Donald Trump is an asshole. And Orion by Mr. Matthews and Chantal are vile people. Hello, Trip. Hello, everybody. Hello, Alex. Hello, Sean. Nothing to see here tonight, people. Nothing to see here tonight. I did a great scope of the Freedom Tower this afternoon. People have been asking to see it. You can watch that on replay. Hello, everyone. Boop is #4 beauty blogger in the UK. Top 100. Yes, indeed. It is totally dark. Totally dark, people. Welcome, everyone. Foggy as all heck. Hello, everyone. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Rick. You're early, Jay. Hilarious. Hello, Newberg. Yes, good to be in the fog on the deck. Good to be in the fog on the deck. Yes, Boop Fashionista, #4 beauty blogger influencer in the UK in the top 100. Freedom Tower was great. Hello, Tennessee. Trump is still an asshole. Hello, Brooklyn. #1 to us, indeed. Thank you for saying that. Sorry to hear that, Kansas. Sorry to hear that. Glad you loved my earlier scope today. It's the Periscope. Hilarious, Rick. Hello, Austin, Texas. Hello. So I want to do this scope tonight about Orion because I found out something else tonight that upset me. You cannot see the Empire State Building tonight. It is completely fogged in. Gary Shandling did pass away. Grass fires in Kansas. Yes, happy end of Purim. Indeed, Harvey Specter. All right, people. Lots to talk about tonight. I wanted to talk about Orion tonight. Freedom Tower was coming out of my head. I do Gary Shandling jokes. Gary Shandling used to have a joke. I'll do a Gary Shandling joke. Hello, Maritza. Gary Shandling used to have a joke where he said he was a terrible boyfriend. He said the last 3 women he dated married the next guy they went out with. And I used to riff on that. Years ago, I dated a girl who became gay, and I said I'm worse than him. The last girl I dated became a lesbian. Find out lots about Orion tonight. Oh, wow, sorry, there's no snow here. Wichita, you didn't know. Oh, yes, indeed. Gary Shandling. Yes, sorry, passed at 6. I love both pizza and burgers. Not a rant. Not a rant. Facts today, people. I don't want to be accused of bullying. Rip Gary Shandling, indeed. So, we're going to talk about Orion. Okay? Thank you, Rick, for inviting. So, I found out today that Orion is organizing the facts. Only facts. I promise you, only facts. So, no, not Orion the constellation. Orion the Periscope scammer of the trending list and a bad guy. No, he won't. So, let me tell you about Orion. I don't care how many or how few people are in here. I want to talk about this. So, let me show you that we can actually see a little bit to Queens. We can see a little bit to the east. Yes, full-time, right, full-time. There's the East River in Queens. Hello, Canada. There's the East River. Absolutely, Alex. That's 100% true. She was a Barnard student. Absolutely true. There you go. There's your East River and Queens. And let's go back and show you nothing. There is your nothing, people. New York City in the fog. Cannot see anything. Hello, everybody. Hello, Oklahoma. Go 48 degrees here, people. A little less than 9 Celsius. It is completely dark. Just like, no, I'm not going to say it. Just like Trump's soul. Just like Trump's soul. Hello, Rania. Okay, so we're going to talk about Orion. That's what this scope is about since we don't have much to see. Thank you for inviting. Thank you, everyone who's inviting. All right, so let me start at the beginning. So, Boop Fashionista, it's not going to be a rant. Thank you for inviting. This is not going to be. Orion is a scoper on Periscope. He is in charge of the London meetup. He's organizing the London meetup to celebrate Periscope's 1-year birthday, and I'm furious about this, and I will explain it. Anyone who attends should be embarrassed, should be ashamed and embarrassed, and I want to call people out here. Hello, Annie. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I am going to talk. Yes, thank you. Your viewers are joining. Ranya's viewers, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Vile as can be. All right, I'm going to tell you about Orion. All right, so Boop in Periscope. Back in the earlier days of Periscope. Thank you, Kim Tone, for inviting. Hello, San Diego. Okay, I'm going to try. Let me try and tell the story. So, Boop Fashionista, the first time she ever met Orion. No, we're not. We're talking about a Periscoper. Orion walked up into her scope live. And you know what? If you're a serious periscoper, you know that is not. I'm on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. So and I scoped the Freedom Tower earlier today. You can all watch on replay, people. I scoped the Freedom Tower earlier today. What do I speak? English, French, and Spanish. So he walked into her scope live the very first time she ever met him. The second time she ever met him, her and Jenny were doing a scope together, and Orion saw them scoping. Orion is a striver, okay? He's a striver. Yes, he does. So Jenny, My Blonde Reality, and Boop Fashionista were doing a scope together. Orion saw them scoping, made his way to their location, and ran up into the scope. Okay? He was not invited into the scope. He ran up into the scope. Right? Okay, he's a Periscope scammer, and I will explain everything. If you're patient, I will explain everything. He's Orion Hombre on Twitter, Orion on Periscope. You're correct. Striver is too complimentary, but I'm going to explain everything. Okay, so now I had never heard of Orion until he crashed Jenny and Boop's scope. Okay, stay with me, and I will explain. I do this every night. Usually we have great views. Tonight we're fogged in. Okay. So now, here's this guy, Orion. He's crashed Boop's scope twice. Yes, indeed, a stalker. I do not. So he has crashed Boop's scope twice, right? Then, every time Boop does it, not every time, but many times when Boop does a scope, Orion starts doing the same scope the next day. It gets so bad that he starts copying Boop Fashionista's titles. Yes, of course, listen to the whole story. Just be patient and listen to the whole story. He starts copying her titles, okay, practically verbatim, sometimes verbatim, okay? Okay, not in real time, not necessarily in real time. He did do once real time at the end. So Boop Fashionista was doing, hello, Boop Fashionista, yes, I'm in New York, but you can't see anything. So Boop Fashionista was doing a periscope of a sunset, and about 45 minutes into her scope, Orion ran to a location not far from her and started doing the same sunset. He was watching her scopes and copying her. I have heard from other London, in real time, I have heard from other London scopers that he does the same thing to them. He scopes the same thing the next day. I heard once for a Buckingham Palace scope, somebody did a Buckingham Palace scope, and the next day Orion did Buckingham Palace, spewing the same facts that the scoper had done the previous day. Creepy indeed. Creepy is a very good word. Okay, so now, so after he copies Boop's sunset, after he runs up and does the same scope, Boop blocks him on all platforms. Yes, thank you for saying I'm the... No, you don't know a lot. You don't know the whole story. You do not know the whole story. Boop, no, I will explain everything. Boop is asleep. I wanted to do this when Boop is asleep because I don't want any blowback to her. Okay, so now I knew the whole story. Okay, there's more. There's more to it. There's more. Okay, yes, there's more. So, hold on. Just hold on. There's more. So now I know the whole story about this, but now Boop, Tony, by Mr. Matthews, comes to London. Okay, by Mr. Matthews comes to London, okay? And I had been in London previously, and Orion wanted to meet me. This was before I knew all this stuff. Orion wanted to meet me. Okay, and I didn't really, wasn't particularly interested in meeting him, but I figured I would be polite and meet him, okay? So one day we talked about tentatively meeting, and I ended up having a very important business meeting, okay, which led to Michael Bradley signing a contract with Puma, okay? So I couldn't meet with him. So several weeks later, Boop Fashionista meets with by Mr. Matthews. She did not know that Orion was going to be there. Orion was there, and Orion said to her at this meeting, you know, when Ron didn't meet me in London, I've never watched his scopes after that. So he's like a little 5-year-old kid. I couldn't meet him in London, so he's not going to watch my scopes. Okay? Right? No problem. So anyway, Boop now blocks him on all platforms. Okay, yes, he's never been in my scope since. Boop Fashionista blocks him on all platforms. Okay, ready? So now, I know the horrible stories, but I don't say anything on scope. I don't say anything on scope. Say that again about the Middle East, and I'm going to block you. You said it. We heard you. Okay, we see you. So now, right, I know this. I don't say anything. And you know, when people mention Orion on my scope, I say he's a good scoper, you know, but I don't necessarily go out of my way to compliment him. And he used to be a pretty good scoper. His personality isn't exactly mine. I don't think he has much personality on scope, but that's just my personal preference. Okay, maybe others. Okay, yes, indeed. So now wait for it. Hello, Pete. So now, okay, one day somebody mentions Orion on my scope, and I say, you know what? I'm going to tell you the story of Orion. And Boop Fashionista is on this scope, and she's like, please, Ron, no. Please, Ron, no, no. But I figure I'm going to tell it. So I tell the story of Orion, okay? Right? I tell the story of Orion, right? What does Orion do? Okay? Orion then, they respond. Wait, I left out a big part of the story. Hold on, people. I left out a huge part. She was scared, of course, and she had right to be, and I will explain. Wait, I left out a big part of the story. Sorry, I left out a big part of the story. I want to tell you, I want you guys to be able to see me because I want to tell you this, okay? If you like Orion, that's your problem. So anyway, so hold on, this is important. I forgot to tell this. So, Orion has about 5,000 followers in November, right? After the Paris attack, Chantal went from about 8,000 followers to an obscene amount of number of followers. When I say obscene, just a large amount. Okay? So now, Orion, by Mr. Matthews and Chantal TV, begin a scam of the Periscope trending list. They figure out that if you do very short scopes, he has 44 now. I'm going to tell you how he got to the 44. Chantal will do it. Chantal is a vile human being. I will fill you in as part of this story. Okay. So, but I don't block anyone. If you want to love them, you love them. Okay. So, what they did was they started a scam of the trending list. Okay, Sarah, hello. So, what they figured is they would do short scopes, 4 minutes long. They shared each other's access codes to Periscope, and they would invite immediately to each other's scopes, knowing the scope was going to be only 4 minutes long. And the idea was, if you invite people immediately and people are rushing into the scope and you end the scope after 4 minutes, the scope show large amount of viewers and high retention rates. Yes, your password, Rania, it would be like if you gave me your password to your Periscope, and when you were sleeping, I invited from your account from a separate device to my Periscopes. Okay? They would invite to their own scopes from the other person's account. Okay? From the other person's account. Okay? Yes, I have never done that. Okay? So, what they would then do is, Orion used to scope several hours a day. Correct. Okay, Hal Sherman joined in as part of the scam. Yes, he did later. Okay? So now, what they would do is, they would do 1 to 2 scopes a day of 4 minutes in length, and they would have high retention. It would be like if I did a scope for my roof deck, had a few of my friends invite, and I ended it 4 minutes in. Okay. So now, right. So now, Orion gets on the trending list for a long time and goes from 5,000 followers to 44,000 followers. We don't care about sex bots. It's a minor inconvenience. Okay. Scamming the scopes. Scamming the system. By Mr. Matthews, Chantal, and Orion. He was on the trending list off and on for weeks, Yasin. For weeks. Okay. He went from 5,000 followers on Periscope to 44,000 followers. That is 39,000 ill-gained followers. His 5,000 were legit. The other 39,000 ill-gotten. Working the system. Okay. There you go. Okay? You're ready. Okay. Vile indeed. Okay. Yes, indeed. Okay. So now, wait. Just wait. So now, I had done a scope about the Periscope scamming. I did a scope about the trending list and the scammers. And we're not, Tony's part of this, but it is, Rania, let me talk. This is about Orion tonight. Okay. Yes. Okay. So here we go. So now I do a scope about the scammers. Scopers reach out to Orion, and Orion's answer to them is, this is a miscommunication. What's a miscommunication? You're scamming the trending list, okay? You're scamming the trending list. I'm going to ignore the stupid comments. The real comments I will acknowledge. Okay, so now I go off one night when someone mentions that Orion is a good scoper on my scope. I go off and I tell the whole story that I've told you. There is much more. No problem, Rania. There is much more. Thank you for the hearts, people. Okay. What Orion then does is, Orion then tweets that me and Boop Fashionista are bullies. And then in reply to a tweet, I have no idea. And then in reply to a tweet, he tags a charity, Safety Internet Day, a charitable event for internet safety for kids at which Boop Fashionista was going to participate. I have alerted Periscope. They don't care about it. Okay? They don't care about it. So now, I don't care about the updates. No, I haven't heard about the updates. Exactly. Okay. Oh, she is. Thank you so much, Country Music Man. Hello, Vivola. Okay, so now, the charity event that Boop is attending sets up, now wait, what you don't know, what you may not know, okay, what you may not know is that Orion and Tony, by Mr. Matthews, behind the scenes, emailed, okay, and I believe phoned the charity to try to have Boop Fashionista barred from participating in the event. No, let me explain. Tried to get her barred from participating in the event, Safety Internet Day charity event for kids. Okay, yes, this is all facts. This is all facts. Just wait for it, people. Okay? Okay, this is all facts. Okay? So now, okay. Now wait, we get more. No, I'm not. Okay, so wait. Okay, just wait. Now, Chantal TV, Orion, and by Mr. Matthews had all blocked Boop Fashionista on Periscope. Okay? They had all blocked Boop Fashionista on Periscope. Okay, there is much more. Boop goes to the event. Boop actually says to me, okay, Boop actually says to me she's worried they'll do something. I said they're not going to do anything. They're not that low. They're not that low. Okay? Boop Fashionista. Okay? So now Boop Fashionista does a Periscope from the event. Internet Safety Day in the UK, a charitable event for kids. Thank you, Bethany. Okay? And all of a sudden, Chantal TV enters the scope and invites followers and asks a question about bullying to troll the scope. Trolling the scope is disrupting the scope, blowing up the scope, doing something to disrupt the scope. Okay? I'm fine. Okay? So there, okay, so you ready? Just so you're ready for this, okay? Right? Thank you for inviting. So anyway, so now, right, I'm going to teach you the most important Periscope tip I can ever give you. Thanks for saying you love me. I am going to give you the most important Periscope tip I can give you. If someone blocks you first, okay, you cannot block them back on the Periscope app because you cannot find them on the Periscope app. So you must go to your phone browser, okay, or on the internet, and you must Google their name on Periscope and Periscope. You will be able to find them there, and you can block them that way. Had we known about this before the event, we could have made sure that Boop had blocked them, and they wouldn't have been able to get in there. Okay, so that's the most important tip I can give you about Periscope. Okay, so now, okay, Orion, okay, yes indeed. So now, they have unsuccessfully tried to get her barred from the event, okay, and Chantal TV trolls Boop Fashionista Scope at a charity event for kids. Yeah, of course, yeah, but they couldn't bring their followers from another sign-on. Boop Fashionista, #4 beauty blogger in the UK and one of the top scopers in the world. A hi to Rob Music, of course. Okay, he's a fabulous guy. Okay, so now, right now, okay, Orion, yes. So now Orion, okay, the reason I'm telling this story, okay, Bethany, yes, indeed. So the reason I'm telling you this story is that Orion, okay, I have no idea. So, okay, Orion is organizing the Periscope meetup for the 1-year birthday, okay? So, okay, ready, okay? So, this is anyone organizing, so anyone who goes to this event, okay, anyone who, wait, I want to say something. Because she had Boob Fashionista blocked on Periscope. You don't unblock somebody all of a sudden when your two collaborators are trying to have her barred from her event to go on to the scope. If you guys, anyone who doesn't understand that, honestly, you're not intelligent enough to be on my scope. And I'm not trying to be mean, okay? If I collaborate with 3 people and two others try to get the person barred from the event, and I have them blocked on Periscope, and I unblock and I invite followers into their scope, I'm not going in to support the scope. Okay? I'm going in to disrupt. You can ask questions anytime you want. Okay? So wait. Okay. So, yes, she is. Boop is class. She's real. She is real. Okay? So now, let me explain. Okay, let me explain. Oh, Mark. Okay, no. So, hold on. Orion cheated every other scoper in the world and every other scoper in London by scamming the Periscope trending list. People, if I scam the Periscope trending list, I am cheating every other scoper who gets their followers the old-fashioned way by earning them. Okay? Right? Okay, you got that? Exactly. So if I cheat, and also I am cheating New York scopers, especially by getting numbers, I'm not jealous of them. Why would I be jealous of them? They have no lives. They are vile people. They are vile people. I met Boop on Periscope. They not only did they cheat every other Periscoper, okay? But they insulted their followers. People who follow me, I invite you to scopes that I find interesting, that I think you'll want to see. I never invite you to a scope to phonily bring up the numbers. Okay, I never invite you to a scope just to boost the numbers. Okay, never, ever. And that's disrespectful to my followers. I'm cheating them. Okay, right. I don't want preferential treatment. I don't want to scam. I don't want anyone else to scam. Okay, I don't want anyone else to scam, and I don't want to scam, and I don't want any favorable treatment by anybody. Okay, so if you are a London Periscoper, and you go to this party with Orion, you are saying to Orion, it's okay to scam the trending list. Orion, it's okay to falsely call me and Boop Fashionista a bully on the internet. It's okay to try to have Boop Fashionista barred from a charity event. And let me tell you something, people. I think Donald Trump is an asshole. But Donald Trump raises money for veterans, and I would never want him banned from doing that. Okay, I would never, ever want him banned for doing that. Even assholes can do good. And if Donald Trump does good, that's fine. But if you don't like Boop Fashionista, but she's going to be at a charity event, okay? Okay, if you don't, if you got it, okay, if you don't like her, you still shouldn't want her to not be doing charity work. And you know what, people? Orion set up a tip jar for money for himself. Boop Fashionista set up a tip jar to raise money for teenage cancer, to raise money to fight teenage cancer. Hello, Jeff Goldberg. Thank you for inviting. Okay? Okay? That's the kind of person Orion is. He set up his own tip jar to profit from Periscope, It's not what they said. Chantal TV came in and asked a question about bullying, but what she did was she had blocked Boop Fashionista on Scope prior to that. She entered the Periscope, invited followers. Boop didn't expect her. She blew up the Scope. Boop had to stop the Scope. That is trolling when her two collaborators had tried to have Boop banned from the event. So everybody, by the way, everybody knew. Please click on the number on the bottom right. Click on my name. Follow me on here. Follow me on Twitter at RonWaxman. I did a scope of the Freedom Tower earlier today. Everyone's been asking me to do that, so I did that. Okay? No, she deleted the scope. A loser. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. How do you block? You can't follow them if you block them. Okay? No, it's not too late to invite Eileen. Not too late. Yes, nightly we're here. Nightly we're here. By the way, people, just so you know, Jeff Goldberg and I are good friends. I didn't tip him off that I was going to do this scope and say, Jeff, come on at the start of the scope and invite. I just decided to do the scope. Jeff found it and invited of his own volition. We in New York do not scam. No, she had unblocked Boop because Boop had promoted the event. Boop had promoted the event. Okay? He didn't find them that quickly because he used to stalk her on Periscope. So it took him 45 minutes to get where she was scoping. Thank you so much, Jeff. This is a no scam zone. By the way, also follow Jeff Goldberg, people, one of the best scopers in the world. Please follow Jeff Goldberg. Freedom Tower was great today. Thank you. Yes, people, absolutely. So any Periscoper who goes to a London meetup, okay, any Periscoper, Mike, you're welcome. So any Periscoper who goes to a London meetup organized by Orion, you are saying it's okay. It's okay what you did. It's okay how you hosed all of us on Periscope. It's okay how you disrespected all of us. We do love Jeff Goldblum. Exactly. Hilarious. Thank you, everyone who's inviting. Boop Fashionista is amazing. She's the real deal. #4 beauty blogger influencer in the UK. This is about Orion, a very bad guy on Periscope. A very, very bad guy. I'm lighting up a cigarette, people. You can't see the city tonight. It's fogged in. I'm sorry. It's fogged in. I show it every night. Hold on. Hulk Hogan blocked you on Twitter. Hola, Mexico. Boop is my friend. Hello, Boca Raton. Smoke him if you got him. Exactly. Correct, correct. You understand. You'll have to watch on replay, Kirsty. You'll have to watch on replay. How do you invite? You swipe right and on iOS, up on Android, you'll see invite. I'm smoking. Boop is a wonderful human being. Boop Fashionista has never scammed Periscope in any way. Boop handled it with class. Yes, of course we know Ollie's a liar, of course. You have to watch on replay. Okay, I will recap. We have a lot of new viewers. I will recap. I will recap the story. I'll try and do a 5-minute recap. All right. Orion is a Periscoper in London. Okay? Orion, the Boop Fashionista, is the top Periscoper in London. Oh, did he really? I love Jonathan. Okay, that's very good. Very good. I love Jonathan. Hope I didn't insult him if he's the one who asked about the 10 new things on update. Ollie is a liar and a bad guy. Ollie told lies about me on Periscope and implied that I was a racist because I said Orion had the personality of a wet noodle. He said that could be construed as racist. Farthest thing from the truth. Jeff Goldberg Googled wet noodle, didn't find one racist reference. You're out. Okay, you're welcome. So, Orion is a Periscope. No, don't be racist. No, Hyro, no one should be a racist. He had some hilarious, Jeff. Okay, so to recap, Orion is a Periscoper in London. The very first time Boop Fashionista ever met him, he ran up, he walked into her scope live. I'm not 007. He walked into her scope live. You know what, people? My stalker is on here. My friendly stalker is on here. My friendly stalker saw me one night, messaged me that he saw me. I said, why didn't you come say hi? He said, I didn't think I could. He asked before he came into my scope on live, okay? I had some French teenage girls when I was scoping the British Museum. They asked before they could come live into my scope. You don't just crash somebody's scope, people. It is rude. It is rude. Correct, Pete. You ask. You can type into the scope. You can ask. You don't walk into their scope. Okay? You do not. Okay, Jairo is the best gentleman stalker indeed. So now, wait. So that's the first time Boop met him. En español, no puedo decir todo en español, pero bienvenidos. Okay. You don't want to throw off their scope. You don't want to bomb their scope. Okay. So now, yes. Okay. So now, My Blonde Reality and Boop Fashionista, who at the time were the two top content scopers in London, met one afternoon and did a scope together. About 40 minutes, 45 minutes into the scope, okay, Orion came from where he saw them scoping because he figured, I've got to get in on this, and he ran into the scope. They did not invite him into the scope. He crashed their scope. That was the first time I'd ever seen Orion in my life. Okay? Okay, you got that? Okay. So now, Orion also started copying Boop's periscopes. About a day after Boop would do them, he would do similar scopes, and he started copying her periscope titles. Okay, he started copying her periscope's titles. So Boop was very upset about this. But before she could do anything about it, she was doing a sunset scope, and about 45 minutes into the scope, Orion ran to a similar location and started doing the same scope. So he was stalking her on Twitter and on Periscope. Right? So Boop Fashionista blocked him on all platforms so that he could not copy her periscopes. Okay, so now By Mr. Matthews comes to London. Okay, and Boop Fashionista is going to meet Tony by Mr. Matthews. Right? She doesn't know that Orion is going to be there. Orion is there. I had been to London previously, and Orion had indicated he wanted to meet me. I didn't particularly care about meeting him, but I did set up one day we would tentatively meet. I ended up having a big business meeting at Puma. We couldn't meet. He says to Boop Fashionista at this meeting, Ron wouldn't meet me in London. I'm never watching his scopes again. That's the actions of a 5-year-old. I was in London on business. I couldn't meet him. Wow, oh, never watch my scopes again. Orion's all about connections and kissing ass. Okay? He's not about caring. He's not about anything. And by the way, people, Maya Angelou, okay, has a quote that says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And Orion continually shows us who he is. He continually shows us he is a bad guy who's only interested in himself, pumping up his numbers, aligning himself with people to further himself on Periscope. Exactly. Okay, right, exactly. Okay, so now wait. So now Orion has about 5,000 followers. Okay, Orion has about 5,000 followers, and Chantal TV gets a huge amount of followers from her scoping around Paris after the attacks, and she, by Mr. Matthews and Orion, enter into a scheme to scam the Periscope trending list. Okay, I'm giving the recap, okay? So what their scheme was, I don't know how they figured it out, Rania. It was actually the guidelines for the Periscope trending list. If you really looked at them closely, you could figure it out. I didn't try to figure it out. Okay, sorry, it's up. I'll try and hurry up. Okay, so now what they would do, followers, so that then he can go tell people, I have 40,000 followers. He can try and gain access. He can try and tell brands, look, I have 40,000 followers, okay? Orion went from 5,000 followers to 44,000 followers. That is 39,000 followers falsely gained. Okay? I'm going to tell you why it matters. I will tell you why it matters. Okay? I will tell you why it matters. Disgusting. Okay. I will tell you why it matters. Okay. So now, they figured out that if you do very short scopes, okay, okay, and you invite, and not only that, people, wait a minute, this is very important. They shared each other's access codes to Periscope and Twitter so that they could invite from other devices to their own scopes from the other person's account. So in other words, if Orion was asleep, Tony, by Mr. Matthews, and I saw him do it, could invite followers to his scopes from Orion's accounts. I saw Tony do this live once. I actually saw him do this when Orion was nowhere to be found. It's not that cold, 48 degrees, 9 degrees Celsius. Really, yes indeed. I saw this, and he even typed a phony comment from Orion. He even, because people alerted me, and then I watched their scopes. One day it was actually not raining in London, and before, literally as the scope started, Orion invited followers to Tony's scope, and then there was a comment, cold and rainy in London, but it wasn't cold and rainy in London that day. Thank you, Rania. Thank you. Okay, so now, yeah, but at least Tony was there. Rania, at least Tony was there. Okay. No, Orion is okay. Yes, okay, yes. Probably, Rania. Okay, people are trying to make money. Okay, so what they did was they would invite to each other's scopes. That's not true, but if you don't want to watch my scopes, that's fine. Okay, so now what happened is they would invite to each other's scopes, knowing the scope would only be 4 minutes long. So what would happen is, if scopers with high followers invite immediately to a scope, people come in not knowing what the scope is. Hello, Philippines, okay? So people would rush into the scopes, right? And then they would abruptly end the scope after 4 minutes while people were still coming in. So the scopes showed large numbers and high retention, and they trended. So for weeks, they only did 4-minute scopes. Okay, for weeks, they only did, and then someone brought it to my attention, and I talked about it. So they started doing sometimes a 7-minute scope, sometimes a 9-minute scope, sometimes a 12-minute scope. No, you can make money try to make money by going to brands and say, I have all these followers. Okay? So, yes, exactly. They cheated everyone on Periscope, and they cheated their followers by using them. They totally used their followers for ill-gotten gains. You make $15,000 a month, hilarious. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, so basically, right, they scammed the trending list. When Orion was asked about the trending list, no, they were not. Back in those days, they were not. Okay, when Orion was asked about this, his answer was, this is all a miscommunication. And they have denied scamming the trending list. They have denied to their friends scamming the trending list. They have completely lied and denied scamming the trending list. Thank you, Butterfield, for inviting. Okay, so now, but wait, now I get to the bad part. Now I get to the bad part. I have done a scope about the trending list. Okay, no, not at all. Okay. So I had done a scope about the trending list, right? But I knew about all the bad stuff that Orion had done to Boop, but I had never said a word. And one day, someone on my scope said something complimentary about Orion, and I went off, okay? And I went off. And Boop Fashionista was on the scope, and she's like, please, Ron, don't say anything. Please, Ron, don't say anything. And I told the true story of Orion. Orion's response was to take to Twitter and call Boop Fashionista and I bullies. You've been having my withdrawals. By the way, I did the Freedom Tower earlier today. If anyone wants to watch on replay, I hadn't done that scope in a long time. Correct. I do not joke or play with my followers. Okay. Yes, Orion is also a constellation. Okay. No. Vivula, I'm telling the story for a reason. I'm telling the story for a reason. Okay. I have way more hearts than Orion because I'm a real scoper. Si je parle français, bienvenue. On parle d'un périscopeur qui triche. Il s'appelle Orion. Okay? No, Rania, I'm just telling the story. I'm just telling the story. Okay. So now he falsely accuses me and Boop Fashionista of being a bully. If you want to come after me, okay. I have two theories why I'm RonWaxman. That's who I am. Okay, so I have two theories as to why they did this. One is they wanted to get back at me. Yes, he was. So one is that they wanted to get back at me. The other theory I have is that Orion and his ilk have always been jealous of Boop Fashionista, and this was a way to try to put the great Boop Fashionista down. Okay, I'm not clearing my name. I didn't do anything wrong. Absolutely not. I'm not trying to clear my name. I'm telling you a story for a reason. The reason I'm telling you this story is that Orion Okay, Orion is in charge of the London Periscope meetup for the 1-year anniversary of Periscope. He should not, any Periscoper who goes to this party is saying it's okay to scam. It's okay to scam. It's okay to lie. It's okay to falsely accuse someone of being a bully. It's okay to try and bar someone from a charity event. And it's okay to have your collaborator troll a Periscope at a charity event for kids. Okay? There you go. Exactly. Facts to light in the dark, Sean. Hilarious. Okay, hilarious. Okay, so now, wait. So now, Boop Fashionista was scheduled to participate at an event. Okay? Okay, you didn't troll them. You just put my name up there. You didn't troll them. And by the way, never troll their scopes. We do not troll their scopes, people. We do not troll the scopes. The event was Safety Internet Day in the UK. It was a charity event for children. Okay? Exactly. Okay? Yes, exactly, Rania. I know. I know. If you mention my name in their scopes, you get blocked. I know that. Okay. So now, right, exactly, we have better things. We do not. Okay, so I will get to what happened at the event. Nico, I will get there. So, Orion and by Mr. Matthews emailed the event, and even Tony called, I'm not sure if Orion called, and tried to get Boop blocked from the event. Okay? Unsuccessfully. The event organizers implemented an anti-trolling policy and were ready for anything that happened in case something happened. Boop Fashionista was worried. I said to her, you don't have to be worried. They tried to get you banned unsuccessfully. They're not as low as they're not that low. They're not going to do anything when you're at the event. I was wrong. They are lower than low, people. They are lower than low. Chantal TV, who had blocked Boop Fashionista on Periscope, unblocked for the purpose of coming in and trolling and blowing up her scope. She popped in, invited followers, shocked the hell out of Boop. Exactly. That's true about Jonathan J.K. Okay, you know, I better should. Okay, and so Boop had to end the scope. I figured out how she could block Chantal TV, and I will give you the most important tip in a minute. We did. Periscope Corporate doesn't give a rat's ass. Okay, don't even get me started about Periscope Corporate. That's a whole different story. Okay, so now we figured out how to block when someone's blocked you, and I will give you that tip. Absolutely, Samantha. Couldn't agree more. Okay? Petty move, indeed. Okay, so now, wait. So now, okay, so after the event, Chantal and Tony deny that she was trolling. All she did was ask a simple question. Bullshit. If I go into a scope where I'm not wanted and I invite my followers, I am trolling. The party wasn't for Chantal. She shouldn't have been there. I've tweeted Periscope TV. They should be ashamed for inviting her and for featuring our International Women's Day. Okay? So now, ready? Orion, who lists his occupation as a full-time periscoper. And by the way, people, he hasn't scoped in 1 week. Orion hasn't scoped in 1 week. He is organizing the party for the Periscope 1-year birthday in London. I'm not sure. She was featured. I think her scope was featured, and she was featured as a scoper. Because they love to kiss Periscope's ass. Okay? We're talking about Orion, Margarita. Talking about Orion. Okay, no. He's organizing the party. So the reason I'm doing the scope, Boa Noite, Portugal. Bullies indeed. And by the way, people. Yeah, party planning. Hilarious. So by the way, bullying is a very serious issue. I need to talk to you. Bullying is a very serious issue. But if you falsely accuse someone of bullying, you are diminishing bullying. Okay, if you falsely invoke the I am witness hashtag, okay, and it's not real, you are diminishing all the real people who get bullied. Okay, no, they don't have a real life. That's the whole point I'm getting at. They don't have a real, it's also lying. Exactly, it is also lying. Okay, so hold on, I want to have a cigarette. So here's my thing. Let me explain. And I'm not equating what he did. Wait, no, hold on. Don't worry about that, Rania. I'm not equating what they did to rape, but I want to give you a simile here. I want to give you a simile. Yes, smoke break if I can find my lighter. LBJ. Okay. So now, exactly, spare me. Spare me. Exactly. Spare me. Exactly. You nailed it. You nailed it, spare me. You absolutely, absolutely nailed it. Okay, yeah, we're in the bush. I'm trying to find my lighter here. Can't find my lighter. Maybe I'll use matches. If I have. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I'm having trouble finding my lighter. So, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm having trouble finding I found my lighter. I don't know why Periscope supports them. I am appalled. I am appalled. I know it is. Your anger like your cigarette. Okay. So, if someone rapes you, okay, hold on a second. And I'm not equating what they did to rape, okay? I am not equating what they did to rape. I'm trying to give a simile. If someone rapes you, okay? It's not. If someone rapes you, right? And other people, right? You see someone else going, that guy's a really good guy. You seeing someone hanging around with them, right? Partying with them, showing up with them, and you've told them that person has raped you. You would be disgusted, right? You would be disgusted. Orion's a great guy, okay, right? Something like that, okay? Okay? I'm originally from Montreal. I live in New York. So the fact that Orion did all these vile things to the Periscope community, okay, and what he did to Boot Fashionista, and I'm not saying, I want to be very careful, I'm not saying he did anything violent or vile like rape. I'm giving you an example, okay? Yes, okay, and you say, well, I don't want to take sides, you know, whatever. You are validating the bad person. He is a disgrace to Scope. No, he's not the R. Kelly person. Thank you. This is Boot Fashionista's favorite toque. Okay? I never did, Marion. Marion, that was a lie. Marion, that is an absolute lie that Ollie FLJ told about me. I have never asked Chantal TV to invite to my Scopes. I have never, ever, ever asked. And anyone who could produce proof that I did, I will gladly accept it because I never did. Maybe I'm a riot. No, I'm pissed because people are going to this Periscope party. Exactly. I don't talk about my personal life on Scope. I don't like to upset all the ladies in my life. I don't have any weed. Hello, Fiji. I love Mariana. I love Fiji. I was there when I was there for the millennium. It was amazing. Yes, exactly. Spare me. Exactly. Hilarious about Jonathan. Hilarious. Exactly. I'm not going to wake up. I don't need weed. Hola, Mexico. No, Samantha Rose, they are silent accomplices. Silent accompliceness. Okay? And so any Periscoper in London who goes to Orion's meetup is supporting Periscope scamming, is supporting what he did to Boot Fashionista, is supporting him lying about her on the internet, is supporting him trying to get her blocked from a charity event, and is supporting him lying about me and calling him a booty. Orion. O-R-I-O-N. I already gave all the facts twice. You have to watch on replay. I've given all the facts twice. Okay? So Orion is everything that's wrong with Periscope. This is a guy who decided, I want to be famous on Periscope, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. I am going to scam. I'm going to scam the internet trending list. Before the scam, okay? Before the scam, just the facts. I promise you, just the facts. Okay, enablers, good word, good word. I'm glad you like me. Thank you. Make sure to click on the number on the bottom right. Follow me here. Follow me on Twitter at RonWaxman. And people, I scoped the Freedom Tower earlier today if you want to watch on replay. Trump is an asshole. Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Yes, real bullying. I agree with you. Real bullying. I love Fiji. Yes, absolutely. He will fuck over. Exactly. 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 So anyway. I'm talking about Orion. So, Orion cheated all of us periscopers by scamming the Periscope trending list. Organic, indeed. He went from 5,000 followers to 44,000 followers by scamming the trending list. Okay? Think about that. From 5,000 to 44,000. Boop is amazing. You have to follow Boop Fashionista. Okay? So anyone, no, not Periscope Wars. This is not Periscope Wars. I'm telling it the truth. What are the damages? The damages to Boop Fashionista's reputation that he tried to do. The damages to all of us who try to get our followers the old-fashioned way by earning them. Okay? The damages to his followers who he invited to phony scopes. Indeed. And they are the bullies. Indeed. Okay? He will never, well, but if any periscoper in London attends Orion's event, they are saying to Orion, it's okay what you did. We don't care. We don't care that you cheated the system. We don't care that you cheated all of us. We don't care that you got better numbers than all of us by your scams. We don't care that you bullied Boop Fashionista behind the scenes and on Twitter. We don't care that you tried to get her banned from a charity event, and we don't care. Yeah, of course they moved on. Wait, okay, hold on. No, hold on. So let's talk about moving on. I want to talk about moving on. I would like to talk about someone said they're moving on. Boop does not talk about this. Okay, let me address this. Of course they want us to move on. Hello, Angie. Hope you're okay in Florida. So, of course they want us to move on. People, 1 second. If I beat you up and I rob you, okay, no, no, she hasn't. If I beat you up and I rob you, right? And then I say to you, come on, forget about it. Let bygones be bygones. But I don't admit my guilt. Of course I want you to move on. Of course I want you to move on. Okay? Seriously, think about that. That's what they're saying. They're not admitting any guilt. They haven't admitted to scamming the trending list. They haven't admitted to try to get Boop banned from the event behind the scenes. They haven't admitted that they had Chantal troll the event, Safety Internet Day, a charity event for kids. They haven't admitted anything. And their answer and their followers are, let's move on. Yeah, exactly. Don't get me started about the Zayn feature. Okay, exactly. Why am I yelling? Because I always yell in. This is what I do on Periscope. So anyway, any periscoper, okay, who goes to the London event organized by Orion, you are complicit. You are saying that it's okay. You're not ghosting. Okay? No, it's not hidden. Don't get me started about Periscope HQ. That's another scope I'll do next week. I will do another scope next week. Exactly. Chantal is a mother, Rania. Exactly. They do not want to hear the truth. Periscope never wants to hear the truth. That's another story. Except that Periscope, by the way, yes, I'm here. Except that Periscope took down a Periscope I did about the trending list and the scamming. I did a scope about the Periscope trending list and the scamming. Okay, hello, John. Okay, so Periscope took down my scope for content, okay, when I did a scope about how they were scamming the trending list, how it worked, and, okay, Periscope took this down. Very tame. It was very tame, Rock, Paper, Gucci. No, people reported my scope, believe it or not. Actually, what happened, it was taken down. Tyler Hansen from Periscope HQ watched my scope and had it taken down. No, we're not going to write a letter. So anyway, if anybody, this is to all the London scopers. This is to all the London scopers, okay? Anybody who goes to Orion's Periscope 1-year anniversary party, yes, they're all on catch. I can send you anyone who wants to see the scopes, message me on Twitter and I will send you. Okay? Yes, exactly, John. Okay? I'm John Oliver, I'm not. Okay. The party is Saturday, 1-year anniversary of Periscope, but no, not Ryan Bell, Orion. Ryan Bell and I had a beef, and Ryan Bell came to see me and apologized. We made up. Ryan Bell is a man. He apologized for what he did to me. Yes, the London Scope, my Twitter is at RonWaxman. Everybody knew. No, yes, it's on catch. Yes, it's on catch. Send me a tweet, I'll send it to you. Thank you. It was disgusting they took down my scope. How do I remember all this shit? Because I have a good memory. You need a scorecard. It would remain a wallflower. Hey, guys, no offensive comments, please. No offensive comments on my scope. Okay, no offensive comments on my scope. Ryan, exactly. He'll never apologize. He'll never apologize. No, people, if you want to, you know what? If you want to message Periscope saying that Orion should not be organizing the party, feel free. Feel free. Yes, Ryan Bell was a man, came and apologized to me in person. Okay? So anyway, there's no what ammunition on me. I speak the truth. I'm not bullying. I haven't used any foul language on this scope. I'm telling the truth. Accountability. Correct. He should not be representing Periscope. Correct. He should not be representing Periscope. He just decided to do it, I think. You can tweet you can message anybody you want. I'm not saying you should. If you want to, go ahead. Okay, no, Ryan Bell does Periscope Summit. We're talking about Orion, O-R-I-O-N. I'm not either, Angie. I am not either. Okay? Should be red carded, indeed. So that's the story. If you missed it, you can watch on replay. Okay? If you missed it, you can watch on replay. But here's my thing. Orion is a bad guy on Periscope. It's by invitation for London Scopers. They're doing it in many cities. There's one in New York. I'm not going because I have a soccer game to attend to. Offensive indeed, Angie. Correct. You can tweet or DM whatever you want. I have no idea who would do the party. I don't care. By the way, I think the parties are a bad idea. My pleasure for speaking the truth. People, I've said this before. For the 1-year anniversary of Periscope, no, Boop will be in Ireland. And Boop was not invited, by the way. Not that it matters. Boop Fashionista was not, wait, let's be very clear. Boop Fashionista was not invited to the London Periscope party for the 1-year anniversary. Of course Orion wasn't going to invite her. Of course he wasn't. Of course he wasn't. Are you kidding? She wouldn't go anyway. She would not go anyway. She's not going to be there. Okay? So, yeah, no, but people, for the 1-year anniversary of Periscope, Periscope should say, show us something. Speaking of something interesting, there's your moon, people. There's your moon. The moon has come out. She is the top London Scoper. There is your moon. Okay, there's the moon right there. Right there, there's your moon. Exactly. There's the moon. Ow! There's your moon, people. We got to have moon come here. Jupiter's behind the clouds. My pleasure. Of moon coming out of my head. There's the moon coming out of my head. There you go. Moon coming out of my head. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I want to say it one more time. I want to say it one more time. This is very important. Okay? I want to say it one more time. First of all, Periscope should be saying to everybody, for our 1-year anniversary, okay, for our 1-year anniversary, scope something special. So, scope something special. Boa noite, Brazil. Scope something you like. Scope something you want to share. Okay? Don't have a party. Because who wants to see people scoping other people? Yes, they do. The Periscope is encouraging these parties. Hello, Venice. Okay? Scope something special. Something special. Thanks for following me. Don't scope people at a party. Okay? Don't scope it. Saturday. Saturday is the 1-year anniversary. Okay? So this is the truth. I wanted to tell the truth about Orion. And any London Periscoper. Yes, of course I will, Rania. Of course, tonight and every night. Okay? Yes, do what scope was made. Exactly. Everyone looking at my phones. I'll have to check. If I did, I'll unblock you. If I did, I'll unblock you. Okay? I will unblock. I may have blocked you by accident. Yes, their hometown, indeed. All right, by the way, people, I have low disk space, so sadly this last part, the last few minutes are not going to be on the replay. Not sled is fake snow. Hilarious. Hilarious. I'm not going to say that word, but Orion is a bad guy. He is a striver. He is a cheater. He is someone who wants to get ahead at all costs, and he's someone I don't want officially representing anything on Periscope. So any Periscoper who attends the party, invited... No, of course I'm not deleting the scope. Of course I'm not. Anybody who attends Orion's Periscope party is saying it's okay to scam us all. It's okay to scam the trending list. It's okay to get followers at our expense. I'll have to check, Ladybug. It's okay to treat your followers with disrespect by inviting them to phony scopes. It's okay to call someone a bully on Twitter falsely. It's okay to try to have someone banned from a charity event. And I think Donald Trump is an asshole, and I don't want him banned from any charity event. Exactly. Okay. And it says it's okay to have your collaborator troll an event for kids. Orion is a bad, bad guy. So everybody who appears with him on Periscope, everyone who tweets, there was a Periscoper I used to respect who had a tweet last week, was just with Orion. What a wonderful, fabulous guy. He is not a wonderful and fabulous guy. He is a phony. He is a liar. He is a scammer, okay? And he does things behind the back. He's one of these schemers. He is a schemer. Okay, correct, until he doesn't need you anymore. Okay, so there you go. He is not anyone I want representing anything positive about this app. Hello, Dryer Buzz. Welcome. All right, everybody. I will see you guys in 5 minutes. We will not watch the lights go out. Let me show you. Hold on. We will not watch the lights go out. Hold on. Let me show you before I leave. Let me show you what I have to show you before I leave. We've got nothing, people. Nothing here. There's your nothing of New York City. There's your nothing of New York City. Thanks for saying I'm fabulous. I want to say goodnight to everybody. Everybody new, click on the number on the bottom right. Click on my name. Follow me on here. Follow me on Twitter. And go watch my scope of the Freedom Tower from earlier today. It does look like a blackout. I'll see you all in 5-10 minutes. Thank you. Bye-bye.